This is madness! Madness? This is... Okay, we're not going to do it. I don't want to yell at the top of my lungs, but this is Sparta, baby! This is madness right here. The Vancouver Canucks just lit up one of the best goaltenders in the NHL this season in Lukas Dostal of the Anaheim Ducks. The guy came in here as literally, I think it was top 3, top 2, if not the absolute best goaltender in the National Hockey League save percentage-wise. Yeah, he was. I'm just checking the NHL website right now. He had a .937 save percentage heading into this game, and it's been by no means a fluke. He has been the main dude in Anaheim this season. Move aside John Gibson. Dostal has been great, and the Vancouver Canucks just lit up who was the best goalie in the NHL like a Christmas tree. Sorry, folks, Halloween was 6 days ago. We have a new holiday in town. Lukas Dostal has been fantastic this season, but for the first time all year he has an .861 save percentage, which actually may not be all too rare considering the most recent game that Lukas Dostal played. He had an .862 save percentage against the Blackhawks. .862 then, .861 tonight. The Vancouver Canucks have defeated the Anaheim Ducks 5-1. And the special part about this game, other than the fact that we actually saw some offense come from guys that we wanted to see offense coming from, Pettersson scored a goal, Jake DeBrusk scored a goal, that third line continued producing. The best part about this game is that Vancouver Canucks captain Quinn Hughes put up 3 assists on the night. We didn't think he put up 3 assists on the night. There was some ambiguity as to the second period 3-1 goal, but it was eventually given to Elias Pettersson at the end of the game, and Quinn Hughes ends up getting the primary assist on that, bringing his total point production metric in this game to 3 assists. The best part about it is, heading into tonight's contest, Quinn Hughes had 297 career assists, and with this 3, he goes out there and becomes the 3rd best defenseman in NHL history. In terms of producing this amount of assists, he was the 3rd fewest games played guy. Quinn Hughes scored 300 assists in his first 376 games, 1 better than Paul Coffey, who is 4th overall, 24 better than Gary Suter, who is 5th overall now, and just 12 games worse than Brian Leetch, just 30 games worse than Bobby Orr. Quinn Hughes is a modern playmaking defenseman of the ages. And this is such an incredible achievement for him. I had to bust out the 300 King Leonidas on ya. This is madness. No, this is Sparta, baby, with the Disneyland in the background because I wanted to get some funny graphics here for this thumbnail. But other than Quinn Hughes getting 3 assists on the night, you'll notice a pretty common pattern with the assists that he had scored. All of these assists came off of plays where the Vancouver Canucks shot the puck towards the goal from distance and had themselves a tip in front or a big deflection. Quinn got involved. Either he shot the puck twice or he put the puck towards the front of the goal, or he set up a guy who ended up doing that same motion. And the Canucks got some sustained offense in order to beat the Anaheim Ducks in this one. 5-1 is the score, as we had said, but the first goal of the game was actually scored by that same Anaheim Ducks team. Olen Zellweger on the power play, and by the way, we will get to the power play. We're talking about some of the special teams here in this game for sure, and the refereeing, but the first goal of the game is scored by Olen Zellweger. The Ducks, on the man advantage, get it back over to Troy Terry. Terry sends it over to Zellweger, who just kind of throws it. He's got a long shot. Kevin Lankinen's committed a little bit too hard to the short side, so Zellweger's long drive gets through everybody, and it beats Lankinen glove side. Just a few minutes later, though, on Vancouver's own power play, Brock Boeser ends up tying the game with a really nice tip out in front. Quinn Hughes receives the puck off the faceoff. He comes into the middle, sends it over to the right side for Miller. Miller back over to Hughes, who throws it towards the hash marks, and it's tipped up and over Dostal by Brock Boeser. The guy doesn't even celebrate. That is his 6th goal of the year, and another power play goal for Vancouver. And maybe I shouldn't say another, considering the Canucks power play has been very lackluster for most of the season, but it's good to see them getting back up there and starting to produce. Miller, Hughes with the assists, of course. And then just 1 minute after that, the Canucks made it 2-1. Danton Heinen sets up Kiefer Sherwood in the neutral zone. He strides down, throws it across for Erik Brannstrom, who walks right into the zone. He centers it back out, and Sherwood, with the one-time blast, makes it 2-1 Vancouver. That is a goal by Chief Keefe, Brannstrom and Heinen with the assists. This line, man, it's been cooking. I get it that Brannstrom is not on the line. He's a defenseman. But he did have some good offensive moments in this one. His mobility and just where he places himself to receive passes and create plays, it is very, very effective. So Sherwood being able to capitalize on that beautiful backhander of a centering feed from Brannstrom, it is just pure bliss. In the second period, Elias Pettersson scored his second goal of the year, although it's not a goal that we thought was actually his goal. We thought it was Quinn Hughes, because Connor Garland ends up throwing it back to the point from the corner. He throws it over to Quinn Hughes. Hughes then takes it, he drags it to the middle, he shoots, and it is in. We thought Quinn Hughes had the goal for a while, and then just a few hours later it was announced, oh no, it's Elias Pettersson's goal. And therefore, Quinn Hughes has himself 2 assists in the game. Hughes, of course, had himself an assist in the third, so there was the entire, oh, he's got a third assist narrative going around. He's got 300, he's got 300. But then for a split second, we saw the NHL's official game sheet still read that the goal was from Hughes assisted by Garland and not Pettersson. So we thought for a moment, okay, wait, no, Hughes isn't at 300 assists, he's at 299 because he only had 2. He had a goal and 2 assists, but then again, once more, the NHL score sheet officially changed it at the end of the contest to read that this goal was Elias Pettersson's goal, assisted by Hughes and Garland. Very debatable play, but it is one where it's like, yeah, just give the goal to Petey. He needs the goals more. And for Quinn Hughes, he needs the assists more to get that record. It'd be such a shame if they end up announcing that this goal actually was Hughes's after all, and he's stuck at 299 assists for next game. If he gets an assist next game, then he'll be tied with that Paul Coffey instead of overtaking him for one game there. But that's not all the offense from Vancouver. In the third period, we saw a goal from Jake DeBrusk. Hughes throws it over to Brock Boeser, who is at the top of the umbrella, and he drives one towards the goal. It is tipped ever so slightly by Jake DeBrusk. It's a little bit more obvious, I would say, than the Elias Pettersson goal, but Jake DeBrusk does get a stick on it, and he gets his second of the season. Boeser and Hughes with the assists there. And then with just a few minutes to go in the third period, you had Danton Heinen scoring his third of the year, assisted by Kiefer Sherwood and Teddy Blueger. So this is that line once again. Blueger throws it over to Sherwood, who finds himself a lane. He walks in, he takes a shot, it's blocked, and then he picks up his own rebound, centers it back door for Danton Heinen. Beautiful play from that third line. Lots of offense created from a variety of Vancouver Canucks players in this one. 5-1 is the final score. Kevin Lankinen looked awesome here. Lukas Dostal, not so much. I mean, he had to make 30-something saves regardless of him letting in 5, so he still was busy tonight. But at the end of the day, the Vancouver Canucks walk out of this one, out of Disneyland, with a pretty strong victory. This might be like the strongest victory they've had all year, to be honest. Like, this might be the best game they've played. Realistically, Quinn Hughes and Brock Boeser chucking pucks along the ice and up high from beyond at the point, having them getting tipped, getting those goals on the rush, getting those backdoor tap-ins. This is kind of what Vancouver hockey is supposed to be. And Aatu Räty, he did have a penalty on his first few seconds of ice time, so it wasn't great there, but other than that, he still was a pretty reasonably okay player. Also, for the refereeing in this game, it was so inconsistent. There are a lot of things that I think could have been called for Anaheim that weren't, and some of the calls for Vancouver definitely were not too obvious there either. Anaheim went 1 for 4 in the power play, Canucks went 1 for 5, so neither special teams were really all too great in this one, but at the end of the day, Vancouver takes a 5-1 victory, and all I'm sitting here thinking about is where does that leave the team heading into the next few games here. It was a pretty big discussion point that guys like Hughes, Miller, Boeser, and Pettersson especially were not producing as much at the start of the season compared to last season, although you do have to say that some of the last season numbers could be a little bit skewed because of a few blowout victories for Vancouver. In this season, they have not had a blowout yet, up until, let's just say, this game, if you even want to say that a 5-1 game is a blowout. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Quinn Hughes besting out Paul Coffey, besting out every other defenseman in NHL history not named Bobby Orr and not named Brian Leetch, because that is quite the achievement that I don't think anybody can really go out there and say they had on their bingo card when Quinn Hughes was drafted back in 2017-18. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. 9 and bye.